Now.
The goal today is for me to persuade you to call your state representative, your local representative within your congressman, or your tribal chief to help stop the Keystone Pipeline. So, we want to say no to the Keystone Pipeline. Does anybody know what the Keystone Pipeline is 1,700 miles of pipe that's going to go from Alberta, Canada, that's currently in Cushing, Oklahoma. The goal is to bring it through Cushing, Oklahoma, to bring it down to the Gulf of Mexico. So it's coming straight through Oklahoma, down to East Texas, all the way through the Gulf. It's going to pass over completely across the United States, as well as the largest aquifer in North America, the Willow Aquifer. What exactly will go through this pipeline? Well, what's going to go through this pipeline is actually owned by TransCanada, which is a major company in Canada only for producing oil and bitumen, which is a tar sand byproduct. It's supposedly just bitumen from oil, but they're really not sure if all the exact chemical compounds are going to be based in this product. So mainly it's benzene, which is a carcinogen, which causes cancer, as well as sulfur, hydrogen sulfide, and toluene. All of these are hazardous to the environment. All of these are hazardous to your health. So how does this affect you? There's a lot of things that are currently going on right now with eminent domain. Eminent domain is when the government actually comes in and takes your property, calling it for public use. The environment, I'm going to go over how it's detrimental to the environment, as well as how it's detrimental to your health. For eminent domain, it's a violation of many native treaties. Right now, the Umbrella Lakota are fighting with the government because they are walking into the Pine Ridge Reservation and taking the land. And they're running a pipeline over the aquifer, which is their water source. So there's a big uproar up north for Mexicans on the ground, where they're actually banding together and going to fight the government to keep them off the property. It violates the 1851 and the 1868 Fort Laramie treaties. It's also taking private land away from owners to benefit from a non-U.S. company. We actually have Julia Trigg Crawford. She's the most popular eminent domain fighter right now. She's one of the very few people in the state of Texas that has chosen to fight TransCanada to keep them off her property. They've come in and seized her farmland and told her they will be taking her farmland based upon, in Texas, you can file paperwork with the Texas Railroad Commission to use private land for public use. And that's what TransCanada has actually done, is they filed a one-page document with the Texas Railroad Commission to walk in and take her property for this pipeline. And remember, this pipeline is not benefiting her, and it's not benefiting you. It's a Canadian company that's profiting. With the environment, James Hansen, the head of NASA's Goddard Institute, he's a leading researcher with the environment. He essentially states that if we allow the pipeline to go through, for the continent and the planet, it's game over. Because if this spills, all these toxins are released into the earth. This is a lovely little proverb that actually states with the environment that one day that man is the reason the earth will die. So with the environment, the pipeline itself is actually built to spill. It's only 36 inches in diameter. So at 36 inches is pretty small. And the way it's going over Oklahoma, in Texas, it's going to cross an area that has the most seismic activity, which is our earthquakes we've been having, including the one at Oklahoma City, which is at 4.3. With the emissions, it's 2 to 17% higher in greenhouse emissions to extract tar sands than it is to actually get oil just straight from the earth. As well as water contaminating, is going to cross over two huge aquifers. In Texas, the Carrizo-Wilcox Aquifer, as well as the Aguila Aquifer, which is the largest one in North America. This is basically a lot of the tar sands, what the tar sands actually look like after they're extracted from the earth, because they destroy the forest. And what's left in that water that you were looking at is benzene. There was a spill in March in Arkansas, by Lake Conway. which is the Mayflower spill. This spill actually puts 2.2 million parts of benzene into the air, which is greater than what the EPA and the Institute for OSHA states, which is 0.1 parts per million. That causes cancer. It causes a multitude of different items. This is an actual picture from the neighborhood in Mayfield, Arkansas, from Mayfield spill, the Pegasus line spill. And what you could do to help stop this from happening is to get involved. You can protest against the companies that are supporting the tar sands. This was actually 2 weekends ago at the State Fair of Texas. They showed up to say it was good. North Texas Light Brigade, you can join them and just protest with signs. In Idle No More, Oklahoma City, and Idle No More, DFW, you can go out and support your tribe on helping support the other nations in the United States. You can, to help also stop it, you can call and write your senator, local statesman, attend workshops, and educate yourself. Any big questions or?